There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit. There are different forms of service, but the same Lord. How do you prefer to learn new things? Do you like to attend a lecture or watch one on TV? Do you like to read novels or see movies and reflect on the life messages they hold? When you cook, do you follow a recipe or learn through trial and error? Do you just want the facts, or do you like open-ended questions with lots of possibilities? The way in which you answer these questions tells a lot about how you prefer to learn and express yourself. You may prefer to learn by listening, or by seeing, perhaps by imagining, or by doing. Young people as well have preferred ways of learning that educators call learning styles. But there is another way to think about learning. Learning preferences may reflect only our comfort zones. According to a popular theory, each one of us is born with at least 8 different ways of processing and responding to new information. A well-known theorist, Howard Gardner, calls them multiple intelligences. You might think of them as 8 different ways of being smart. All of us possess each of these kinds of smart in one degree or another. The particular combination that we have is one of the things that makes each of us unique. One or several of them is probably something dominant in each of us. Some young people learn and express their ideas best through words. Others, by thinking things out or putting them in categories. And still others learn by using their bodies. Some learn and express themselves best when things are presented in a musical or rhythmic way. And some are best at writing and quiet, self-directed activities. And still others at group activity or sharing. Finally, others learn best through their contact with nature, through field trips, or by nurturing plants and animals. In religious formation, as in classroom education, attention to the variety of gifts among the young people will help them grow in an understanding of their faith and deepen their relationship with God. Here are some activities that support the different ways that young people can learn about and express their relationship with God and one another. First major section would be language and music related activities. And this can include researching word meanings, word games and puzzles, reading and Bible search activities, storytelling and journal writing, learning hymns and mass responses, writing prayers or songs, and finally, using background music for activities. Another major section are object-related activities, such as learning how many of different categories, like sacraments, apostles, and so on. Celebrating the church seasons, Advent, Christmas, Lent, Easter. You are there activities, placing oneself in the action of a Bible story. Using maps and models. Graphic organizers to display information visually. Posters and designing activities. Crafts. Classroom drama. Using gestures with songs and prayers. And yes, even nurturing plants and animals. We're blessed here at St. Aidan's to have a lot of green space. Final section would be person-related activities. And this would involve cooperative group learning activities, peer tutoring and sharing, games and simulations, quiet prayer times, writing and drawing in journals, creating perhaps autobiographies, And finally, self-assessment activities. So take a moment now, take a moment or two to reflect on these two questions. What kinds of activities did you enjoy most when you were in the grade that you're going to be working with? What kinds of activities are you most comfortable leading? What is a new kind of activity you would be willing to try with the young people? Take a moment or two, take a few minutes to reflect on these questions and write your answers down.